Hi, Coach Tony here, and welcome to our first meditation together. Let's just get started. Get comfortable, sit somewhere comfortable. I'm going to guide you through our foundational meditation for this module. Uh, it's going to be about 5 minutes. I'm going to tell you when the meditation starts. I'm going to tell you when it ends. Then afterwards, I'm going to deconstruct it a little bit for you to help you understand why we did each part of the meditation. So just get comfortable. There's not a magic way to sit other than you want to be comfortable enough to make it the whole 5 minutes. And now close your eyes. I've closed my eyes. Close your eyes. Kind of soften your body. We're going to do 2 warm-up exercises. The first is a sound scan. Just listen to the sounds around you. Do you hear traffic? Do you hear people? Do you hear sounds behind you, below you? Do you hear a clock? Do you hear any machines? Just give yourself a moment or two to hear all the possible sounds around you. Now, still with your eyes closed, let's move on to our second warm-up, a body scan. How does your body feel? Let's start at the tippy top of our head, the scalp. Is it itchy? Is it warm? Let's work our way down. How does our forehead feel? Our cheeks? Our neck? Our upper back? Our shoulders, are they tight? Out our arms? Our elbows? Our hands? The very tips of our fingers? Now work your way down your body, your chest, your stomach, your hips, your legs, your hamstrings, your quads, your knees, your lower legs, your feet. Can you feel your feet touching the ground? How does that feel? Just give yourself a minute, a moment to feel your whole body. And now let's start breathing. Breathe in and out. Deep breaths. Let's start counting as we do deep breaths. 1 on the in, 2 on the out, 3 in, 4 out. Keep breathing deeply all the way up until a 10 count. When you get to 10, just go back and start over again at 1. Now what we're hoping for actually is that your mind will wander. Where did it wander to? What was it thinking about? Take a second to acknowledge that thought. And when you're done acknowledging that thought, go back to counting your breath. And if you lost track of your count, just start over at 1. Keep going with this, counting, acknowledging the thoughts that pass through your head, and then going back to counting. Let's do 2 more deep breaths. And now you can gently open your eyes. That was our meditation. Okay, why did we do that meditation that way? I'm going to deconstruct the parts of it for you. First, we talked about how to sit. It's pretty common for new meditators to ask very specific questions about how to hold their hands, how to hold their body, how to hold their posture. And those questions assume almost an importance around ritual. And there isn't ritual, there isn't a magic ritual. There's a pragmatism that you should sit comfortably so that you can make it to the end of your meditation. So we say comfort over ritual here. Then I want to talk to you about this concept of the mental push-up, because that's actually the core concept here. Every time you acknowledge one of your thoughts, that's half a push-up. And then when you bring your attention back to your breath, that's the other half of the push-up. So if you manage to get distracted, but bring yourself back to your breath, then that's one full push-up. And if that happens over and over and over again, then you've done multiple push-ups. That's good. That's what you want. And that's the point I'm trying to get across here, because that skill of becoming aware of what's going on in our head, being totally at peace with that thought, being able to acknowledge it and then let it go, and then control your focus and bring your focus back to what you intend to be doing. And in our case, the meditation, what you intend to be doing is breathing. But out in the world, your intention is going to be working or public speaking or kindness or listening to your partner. We get distracted by emotions, by random thoughts, by wants, desires. So those mental push-ups, we're going to generalize that for just our whole life, so that we can always acknowledge the thoughts that bubble up and then bring our focus back. Now, there's a kind of a subtlety there, right? Which is, if your mind wanders but doesn't come back, then all you've done is half a push-up. You haven't even completed the push-up. And that's why we do these, what I would call archiving exercises at the beginning. What I called in the meditation, I called them warm-ups. We do a sound scan to become aware of all of the sounds that might really become distractions when we're meditating. We list all of them so that we can archive them and we don't have to think about them during the meditation. And then we do the same with our body. Where is our body itching? Where does it hurt? Where is it uncomfortable? We just make a list of all of those things and then archive them, put them away so that they aren't distracting us. Now, there's one more type of distraction that's really common, which is a work distraction. You think halfway through your meditation, you think, oh, I need to call Bob. And then you spend your entire meditation going, call Bob, call Bob, call Bob, call Bob. That's not allowing you to do the mental push-ups. And the solution is straightforward, simple pragmatism. If that's you, meditate with a notebook. When you think, oh, I should call Bob, just open your eyes and write down, call Bob. And then that's archived, and it doesn't have to distract you for the rest of the meditation. Because what we're going for is a semi-distractible state. Distractible enough that our mind wanders, and then we can bring it back to our focus, allowing us to do many, many mental push-ups. If we're in a fully distracted state, then our mind wanders and never comes back, and we're just sitting. We're not meditating. We're just, chilling out. And that's not what we're going for. So we try and get you right in this sweet spot by getting the major distractions out And trust me, your mind will wander on its own. And one of my meditation teachers said, yeah, if your mind doesn't wander, you should go to the hospital. Like, just to get that point across, that it's natural, it's the natural state of, of your mind. And then the last bit I wanted to deconstruct for you was this idea of counting. Some meditations, a lot of mindfulness meditation is just really thinking about your breath. But I actually had you count your breath, and there's a reason for that. It gives you a self-sufficiency where you can meditate anywhere, even if you don't have a timer, if you don't have your Calm app with you, if you don't have the Coach.me video of me guiding you through a meditation, you can just count. And so my estimate is that a 10 count is about a minute, and if you want to do a 5-minute meditation, then do 5 10 counts. That's how I do it, and it's a rough estimate. So those things together: comfort over ritual, mental push-ups, the more the better. And in fact, the mental push-up encapsulates what we're going to really be using in this module, which is awareness of our thoughts followed by a return to focus. We archive our main distractions early through a sound scan and then a body scan, and then we count in blocks of 10 in order to give ourselves our own internal timer. And that's the foundational meditation that we're going to use in this module.